understands the frustrations and the aspirations of the American people.
Now at 5:30, Donald Trump and running mate Mike Pence bring their presidential campaign to the Star City in the first stop since accepting their nomination.
We're bringing you complete team coverage of the event from the time the two landed in Roanoke to what happened inside and outside the town hall meeting.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for WSLS 10 at 5:30. I'm Dawn Jeffries.
And I'm Lindsay Ward. A major day in politics for the Roanoke Valley as Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump and vice presidential pick Mike Pence hold a town hall meeting.
The event has caused a lot of buzz, drawing in supporters and protesters from around the region. As you can see from this video, hundreds of people lined the sidewalk, wrapping around the Hotel Roanoke just for a chance to see the duo in action. Pence opened the discussion, talking about the war on coal, while Trump picked up the conversation, slamming Hillary Clinton and her pick for vice president, Virginia Senator Tim Kaine.
Hillary Clinton has bad judgment. She shouldn't have picked this guy. Big mistake. Less than a week after Tim Kaine became governor of Virginia, 1 week, he proposed a nearly $4 billion tax increase. $4 billion! Including a tax increase on people earning as little as $17,000 a year.
And WSLS 10 Sean Carlin is covering the town hall meeting for us and met with the presidential candidate himself. He joins us now live. So, John, you had just wrapped up your meeting with him at 5 o'clock, and you've had time to process that. What are some of the major key talking points here?
Virginia Senator Tim Kaine, who Hillary Clinton.
Well, there were a number of, Lindsay, there were a number of talking points that we heard from Donald Trump today. It was basically a shortened version of the speech that he gave at the Republican National Convention. He hit on the wall along Mexico. He talked about NAFTA being a bad thing. He talked about getting better deals with foreign countries. Pretty much the same things that we have heard from him before, and then there were a number of others. But the new thing that he talked about, because it wasn't available then, is he talked about Tim Kaine. And he, as you guys just mentioned, he is not too well, he's pleased, but he's not too keen on Hillary's choice. And he said that Tim Kaine did a bad job running Virginia. He talked about jobs leaving the state. He talked about companies leaving the state. He said that if he or Mike Pence were running Virginia, that simply would not have happened. So when I had an opportunity to sit down with him one-on-one afterwards, I talked to him a little bit more about his distaste, if you will, for Tim Kaine. So you were pretty harsh on Tim Kaine, and it seemed pretty obvious that you don't think that with Mrs. Clinton putting Kaine on the ticket that's going to carry this state. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Well, he's not very popular according to the polls, and I can see why. He raised taxes, $4 billion tax increase. Jobs did very poorly under him. I mean, his unemployment did very, very poorly. He didn't do a very good job when he was governor of Virginia, but he raised taxes to a point that very few places have seen.
I said in my speech the other night, and I meant it.
And so once again, with Virginia being a key swing, state, it'll be very important. Conventional wisdom is if you pick a vice presidential running mate that is from a given state, if he is popular or at least good, then you'll carry that state. And the conventional wisdom has been so far that Hillary Clinton would carry Virginia because of selecting Tim Kaine. Obviously, Donald Trump doesn't think so. He told me personally that he thinks that this state is still very much in play, and we'll be seeing a lot of him throughout the campaign season. Now, after people left here, our Rob Manch is standing by. He had an opportunity to talk to people to see what they think of that speech, and let's send it over to Rob.
Well, people came out of Trump and Pence's speech today energized and full of excitement. Many of them told me they're even more inclined to vote for the businessman and presidential nominee than they were before hearing him speak. Now, people tell me that Trump and Pence focused on several issues like the economy and the fight against terrorism, while also bashing his opponent, Hillary Clinton, calling her a liar. But one of the most exciting topics for people right here in Southwest Virginia was Trump's proposed energy policies.
My main reason for being here is to hear what Mr. Trump had to say about the coal people. The people in the coal industry are suffering very much. And I like what he said about he's going to bring coal back.
Just the energy that's in the room, and he's just so different. He isn't a politician, he's a businessman, and that's what we need, is someone that won't have somebody in their back pocket.
There were so many people that attended the event today that dozens I met weren't even able to get inside, but regardless, people say they were still happy to be here. Now, we did get some reaction from some of those people who didn't make it inside, and also some people who traveled all the way to the Roanoke Regional Airport just to see Trump's plane land this afternoon.